Okay, we're live.
We are live. It's so nice to be joined by Chef Shena Sweet Spice. Chef Shena Dominitz is a proud parent, and she has a niece working with her, so she's a proud aunt of Hebrew Academy students. She has you can follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. She has homemade creations with elegant and artistic design. When we were looking around for a chef, and I called around, and everyone said we have to go with Chef Shena. So it's really a pleasure to have her join us this evening to share some of her recipes and fun in the kitchen as we prepare for Yom Kippur. We're going through spiritual, physical, connecting in so many different ways in which we prepare for Yom Kippur. And tomorrow is the only day in the entire year where there is a special mitzvah to eat. There's a question of whether or not that mitzvah applies to the night before as well. So we could be machmir, we could be stringent tonight, and the night before Yom Kippur and the day before Yom Kippur, there is a mitzvah to eat. So what better way to fulfill the mitzvah of eating than to actually have a cooking show where we can make delicious food. So thank you, Shena, for volunteering your time on Motzei Shabbat for our school. And as always, you can go to our website through CauseMatch, and we're almost there at the final stretch of our campaign. And turn it over to you. Thank you again. Go Warriors.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to cook with you today. For anyone who has questions, please text me. My niece is going to be answering all questions. 305-205-5838. Again, 305-205-5838. Any question you have, I'll try to answer it while we're doing this. So we are first going to do the basic focaccia. The reason it's called a basic focaccia is this is basic. This is the recipe that you use for any sort of base, and you get to be really fun with the toppings if you want to, or you could be simple. Today we're going to be simple with just rosemary on top, but you could add cheese on top, you could add lots of vegetables on top, you can add meat if you want to do it for Shabbat. You can pretty much do any topping, and it'll always be delicious. Just use this base recipe and you're good. So it might get really loud with the machine, so I'm going to try to first say the steps. We're going to take everything is pre-measured. We're going to take the yeast, pour it into the mixture, and then the 4 cups of warm water. That should rise for a few minutes before we put in the rest of the ingredients, which will be the olive oil, 4 ounces, half a cup, a little bit of salt, and then 6.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to sift it when I'm making breads. I feel like it gives it a really nice texture. I use all-purpose flour. You could use bread flour. You could be really creative and do half oat if you want. It also ends up delicious, gives it a nice sweet flavor. But it's a great recipe. It really works out every single time. It's a great go-to. Now, also, to all of you, don't forget to follow me at Shena Sweet Spice on Instagram. And I always post recipes. I always share recipes. I think it's very important to share recipes. It makes us better cooks and better chefs. So here we're waiting for it to ferment. It's starting to bubble. It really should be longer, but because I'm giving the class, I don't want you guys to get bored with me. I'm going to continue. So into this, I'm going to turn it on. Actually, plug it in first. Now it's plugged in. Okay, turn it on. And now all you have to do is add in the salt and the olive oil. The olive oil gives it a really nice fruity flavor. Use extra virgin or any will be fine. If you don't have olive oil, you can use any sort of canola oil or vegetable oil. It will be good. And then we're going to take the flour. We're going to kind of do it in like 4 parts to get it mixed in real well. It's kind of embarrassing how easy this is. Once you do it, you're going to want to do it all the time. A little stronger. I'll show you what the dough should look like when it's done. But I use a bread hook, and it kind of eats at the sides slowly. It gathers the flour really slowly. You could do it by hand also if you don't have a machine or you don't feel like whipping out the machine. It's a very, very, very sticky dough. Don't expect it to be like challah, that everything comes together nicely. It's going to be sticky and all over the place. Totally fine. Now, when you're making bread, the more you mix it, the better the bread is going to come out because you're activating the gluten and it's going to give you those nice little air bubbles. Also, I would love to share your pictures on my Instagram. Take pictures of everything you make, take pictures of yourself cooking, and text it to me, again, 305-205-5838, or send it to me on my Instagram. I'd love to post everything that you did tonight. Okay, the dough is done. You really should let it double in size before you use it. So it's very sticky, you see? It's very wet. That's totally fine and normal. I'm gonna leave it here and I'm gonna go on to the spinach quiche. We'll come back to this and then stick it into the oven. We're gonna let it grow a little bit. Hold on. Just don't want it to get clumpy. Mixing it. Okay, leave this here. We are gonna go to the next one. So here I'm gonna heat up the stove. Hold on. My man is just not very professional. I'm gonna heat up the stove and I have everything pre-chopped, ready to go. We're gonna saute the onion and the garlics in butter. Here is 2 ounces of butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. Just waiting for it to melt. I'm gonna wash my hands from the focaccia. Okay. Again, any questions, you can text me. My niece will be answering, 305-205-838. This recipe, you could also add more vegetables. It doesn't have to just be the spinach and the peppers. Sometimes I add in mushrooms. Even the cheeses, you could add mozzarella instead of feta. This is kind of like a healthier version. You can also put breadcrumbs if you want it a little fluffier to make it a bit healthier. I don't add the breadcrumbs. So here I have the shallots and the garlic. Some fell on the counter over here. We want it to get a really, really nice color. You can't really see. Yona, can you move it? Just see the color. Okay. You want the shallot a little try the garlic color. Parsley, fresh will do. It'll like a tasty, and it's a great. Does really, really well. You could and we're back. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. So you can use any herb. If you don't have dill, it'll work out great. It's a very easy go-to recipe and it really well. So you see that it's kind of losing its color. It becomes a little, keep on mixing it. You don't want it to burn. You could use fresh spinach or frozen. It's really today. I've used fresh in the past. My kids love this spinach quiche. Love the cheesiness of it. So now, can you see the color? Got a really nice color here. I'm gonna add in the peppers and the dill. I don't cook the peppers a lot because I kind of like to keep their crunch a little bit. It smells so good. Anything with butter is good. Butter and cheese. Okay. Now I'm gonna put in this is nutrition. The spinach. Perfect. Once you got it all mixed nicely, mixed together, I'm gonna turn off the stove and I'm going to add now the milk to kind of cool it down before I put in the eggs. I am gonna then add the eggs. You want it really combined well. If not, it's just gonna be scrambled eggs in random spots. And now the cheeses. We got Parmesan, cheddar, and feta. Could add some mozzarella if you want. Also, cheddar. Oh, sorry, I said I used cheddar. No, I used cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a really soft cheese. Don't really even taste it, but it's good protein value. Now, make sure not to burn your cells. I'm really good at that. Just take your pan. I don't even oil it. It comes out pretty nicely. Put it directly in. Spread it out evenly. This is what it looks like. And it goes into the oven on 425 to 30 to 45 minutes. It really depends on you, on what color you like. I like it really nice and toasty and brown on top. And you'll see it's just delicious. Okay, that is in the oven. Clean up here a little bit. Now we are gonna go back to that focaccia. So it didn't double in size, but it definitely grew a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and make it because I want you guys to be able to see it as it's done, what it looks like when it's done. I'm putting a little bit of spray on my pan. Always, no matter what I'm baking, I always use parchment. It's just so much easier to get it off. You don't have to deal with it after. And now you're gonna put a really nice, generous amount of olive oil under. You're gonna put your focaccia dough on top. You could even use this dough, like make the focaccia and the following day. You could put tomato sauce and cheese on it, and it's like a nice pizza. You can use it to make sandwiches. It's really, really good. It also freezes very well. I freeze almost everything. I like to double and triple recipe all the time because you never know when you might need it for something else. And it's a total myth that it's not as good when it's frozen. If you freeze it fresh, it's absolutely perfect. So now, again, I'm going to put a generous amount of olive oil on top of it. I'm going to take my fingers, wear gloves if you want, and just kind of make holes in it. Spread it out. gonna go on a really high heat at 450 into the oven. Again, I'm just gonna use fresh rosemary. This is actually from my garden. Washed, of course. Put a little bit on top. I've seen really creative ones on Instagram now where they do like designs and flowers and peppers. It all looks, you can get very, very creative. I'm not so patient. I like things that are very quick, and most of my recipes are pretty easy. You saw how easy this focaccia was. It's really just very simple. I'm putting it in the oven. Yours should be fluffier than mine if you wait and have patience. I just really want to be able to show it to you before it finishes. It's going to be 20 to 25 minutes in the oven. How yum. Washing my hands. I didn't go anywhere. I just don't want that stickiness all over me. Now we are going to go for our fish. Take your snapper. Here's my pre-cut parchment. Here is my cut shallots. Julienne basically means like long little sticks. So that's how I cut it. My zucchini. I don't have carrots. I ran out. So I'm going to use peppers. It gives it a really nice color. And the fresh thyme. I'll place this here, and you guys will see how I put it all together. Let me move this out of the way. Here's my olive oil. I'm going to need that again for this recipe. And I have my salt somewhere. Yeah, where's my salt? Hold on. Lost my salt. I had pre-measured. Oh, there it is. You took it away from me. Okay, here we have the fish. This is super simple recipe, a really simple recipe, and it's always a good idea. And you can't not like it because it's simple. Everybody's taste. You take one fish at a time. You put it into your parchment, kind of like on the side of it, in the middle side, and you're just gonna layer it up. So I'm gonna put here. Carrots or peppers. Forgot to cut my lemon. I will do that. Hold on 1 second. You could also use lime. You could also use oranges. I've done it with oranges and it comes out great. I'm going to cut my slices, really, really thin slices of lemon. If there's seeds, just pop them out. Here, we'll place that over here. Okay, so we're going back. You could put you just need to layer it up. It really doesn't matter the order that you put it in. So here's the zucchini. We're gonna take a little bit of salt, pour it on top. The olive oil, drizzle it. The lemon slices, 2 per fish should be more like that. Super simple. Close it. You wanna kind of just fold it into itself. And it's gonna cook in the steam of the parchment. So you place it on the side. You go for the next one. Fish first. Now you could do the lemon first. It really doesn't make so much of a difference, the order you put it in. Oh my God, I forgot the thyme in this one. So we're gonna go back. You want the fresh herb. You don't have time, use any fresh herb. Rosemary, dill, sage is delicious. Sage is very strong, and very little. So here again, we're gonna do the shallots. Zucchini. Or peppers. I like the colors. See the beautiful colors, so I'll try to use different colored vegetables if you change it up. I'm not gonna forget the thyme this time. Aha, that rhymes. Salt and olive oil. Perfect. Move it to the side. Close it up. Kind of done. Put it on the side. Again, fish first, lemon, shallot, peppers, fresh thyme, got the zucchini is fine, a bit of salt. You can use flavored salt. You can use truffle salt. Truffle salt is just always a great idea. Move it to the side. Again, don't forget, send me pictures of what you're making. I'd love to post it on Instagram. Show your success stories. Perfect. Last one. The recipe says 6. You can make 100 of these. You can make 3 of these, whatever works for your household. So here are the lemon, shallots, zucchini and peppers. Here I have the end of the lemon. I'm just going to squeeze it on top. And the thyme. Olive oil. Perfect. Close it up. Seal it up. This cooks really, really quickly. We're going to put it in the oven on 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. It does not need more. If your oven is preheated, it's perfect. Ready to go? And seal. That quiche smells like heaven. We're going to go to the cheesecake now. I'm going to move all this later. I pre-made a crust just so that we can move a little quicker because you can't put the whipped topping into the crust while it's hot. You really have to move it complete cool. So I wanted to have one ready so I could show you how to assemble it. So here we go. I have everything again measured and ready. I have my recipes printed. I want to make sure I'm doing it as I said. Okay. All right. Now, if you don't want to make a pie crust and you want to use an already made graham, works perfect. You could also take like graham crackers and put this topping on top. It's really just so delicious. You're going to be licking your fingers from this. So we're first going to make the dough. I'm not going to use a mixer for the dough because it's better if all the butter is very crummy. So here's my butter. I took it out. It's room temperature. If you're using it straight from the fridge, maybe put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds, just so that it's easier to work with. And we're gonna put half a cup of sugar inside. Mix that. Again, if you have any questions, please text my cell phone. My niece will be answering 305-205-5838. So here we have it mixed together real well. You're going to take your 3 yolks, pour them in, and last the flour. I already have the baking powder in here. You'll see it comes, you feel like there's too much flour, but it comes together nicely. Just be patient, massaging it, moving it around. Again, you could really use some store-bought crust for this, or you can use just cookies, anything. The topping is so delicious. It kind of goes with any simple bottom. If you're Latin, the Maria, if you know about Maria cookies, they're delicious. They're perfect. But this crust is very quick to make, very easy to make, and it's delicious. Anything with butter is delicious. Okay, you see, it's pretty crummy. So here I have the pan ready to go. I put parchment under so that it comes out easy. This is a remove the pan. Just makes life easier for cheesecake. See, take it off. You use a regular one also. If you have parchment under, it'll come out perfect. So here I'm gonna just pour the whole thing in. Move that to the side. And now I'm gonna kind of work around, pushing it towards the edge. Do you see? Just put a little bit, you want it to be as even as you possibly can, but just push it to the top. Top, top. And what's left, you push it down. This goes in the oven 350 for 15 minutes. Again, everyone's oven works differently, so it needs to be golden brown. So if it might be 15 minutes for you, it might be 20, but it goes pretty quickly. You'll smell that delicious butter, sugar smell, and you'll know it's ready to go. That's it. Super duper easy. You put it in the oven. When it comes out, it looks like this. By the way, I actually forgot about this one. This one was like 25 minutes. It's fine. It worked out. I have to lower my oven after for this. I'm going to check on our spinach quiche. Smells so good. That dish smells so good. I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to do the filling. Yeah, my hands are clean. So now for the filling, we use 1 container of whipped cream, whatever brand. They're all around the same. They're like, this one's 473 milligrams. Think 500. Anything that's around this much is good. Clean pan. We want to use the whipping tool. Okay. So here, I'm going to use yogurt today. You can use nutmeg or yogurt. It's very, very simple. It's very, very easy. Okay. So first, we are going to take 1 full container of cream cheese. I like using whipped. I feel like it works better. Put it in with, I'm so sorry. We're starting with whipped. So a peak, you need it to be nice and firm, nice and hard. It can't be with anything else. So you pour the whole thing in. Just whip it till it comes to a stiff peak. Okay, we're gonna grab a separate bowl, do the other mixture, and then fold it all in together. So just watch this. Nice and thick you want it. Nice patient. Very difficult. Meanwhile, you could go and measure your yogurt. It's 8 ounces with 1 cup, or your 2 lusties, whatever you want. It's both delicious. What's good about this cheesecake is that shortness. So you're gonna get the target from the plain yogurt or from the uva. It's really, really, really nice and fluffy and just amount of sweet. I really like this recipe. It's not very, very, very sweet. I use plain yogurt. Do not use a flavored yogurt. It won't be as good. I use whole milk cream. Wow, that was quick. So you turn around for a second and it's ready. Okay. Nice, you see, it holds its shape, nice and firm. I'm gonna take this and put it in that clean bowl. I don't know if you guys are actually doing this with me, but my kitchen smells so good. Okay, now in here, I'm putting it back. I don't have to wash it and clean it because it's also the recipe and the whole mixture is gonna go together anyway, so it's pretty simple. We are gonna take now the cream cheese. This is a no bake. I don't know if you realized from the if you all looked at the recipe, it's a no bake. Sugar. Put it together. And last, the yolk. Once it's mixed really, really well, you go ahead and you put a little bit of vanilla or vanilla beans if you have. Take it to a complete other level. I'm going to just pop it, clean the sides. I want to make sure you get everything well combined. It looks a little clumpy. You really want it to be nice and smooth. You don't want to feel that clumpiness inside your mouth. Vanilla, so strong. I really like this stuff. Gives me a really nice flavor. Perfect, nice and smooth. Okay, we're gonna fold this together. This is the cream cheese, the yogurt, the vanilla and sugar, and this is just the whipped cream. Take a little bit of this cheese, fold it in, very delicate, under over. Fluffiness of the whipped cream in here. A little bit at a time. I guess you do it in 3 parts. Once you refrigerate it, it gets hard again. And this isn't something you should make for the same moment. You should really do it the night before and give it a full night of refrigeration so it really gives it a nicer look. It holds itself nicer. Perfect. Okay. Move this all out of the way. Once your crust comes out of the oven, comes to complete cool, you do your mixture, you pour it in. smooth it out. You want to get real, real fancy. You can take some chocolate shavings. You can put the dulce de leche drizzle on top. But that's really the base of it. It's really easy. And I promise you it's going to always be a success. And people are always just obsessed with this taste. You can also whip some more whipped cream on the side and put it on top to make it a little nicer. I'm just going to take some chocolate shavings. Grabbing an elite bar over here. Looking for the peeler. Okay. Take the peeler. Get nice little shavings on top. Dila, we got your text. You cannot have this food. I'm going to feed my family tomorrow. I'm so happy that I'm done cooking. I'm going to spend the day at the beach, hang out. It's not raining, and then I'll just pull a movie day with my kids. Okay, that should be enough. That's it. Super simple. Super simple, super easy, and always, always delicious. I think that focaccia is ready. It smells amazing. I'm gonna clean up a little bit here so I can take it out and show it to you guys. Yeah, let's go here. Thank you, Yonale. Grabbing the towel, taking it out of the oven. Oh my God, it's so good. Look at this quiche. This is actual perfection. Fluffy, delicious. If you were patient and you let it rise a little more, it'll be even fluffier. I'm gonna cut a piece here. What did you think?
You have 2 cheesecakes. I want to make them. I know it's so easy to make another one now.
Fine, Vita, I'll give you the cheesecake. This is perfect. Nice and fluffy. It's really, really delicious. I'm gonna take a look right here. You should really let it rise more. It'll be fluffier and airier. It's a little better. Ah. Delicious. Okay. It's really hot. We're gonna check on the rest. Well, that's breakfast for my kids. In here, the spinach quiche needs a little bit longer, but the fish looks like it's ready. Okay.
See, that one's half your focaccia.
Okay, Thea, you can have focaccia.
And she wants to do a mix of spinach cheese.
Okay, here. Oh, really hot. The fish. Look at that. Can you see it? Yona, can you bring it closer? It smells so good. That's what it looks like. It's super simple, super easy. You could use really any white, simple. Look how flaky it is. You see that? It's so perfect. And it's always a success. I'm going to try it. So good. And gives it a good flavor. Okay. This is ready. And this, put in the refrigerator when it comes so cool. You could heat it up tomorrow. You will not have an issue. What are we missing? We are just missing the spinach quiche. It's not ready. Okay. There's a little bit left of this filling. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna leave the cake whole. I don't want to mess that up, so I'm actually gonna grab graham crackers. I love these graham crackers from Trader Joe's. They're dairy, cinnamon flavor, really good flavor, really good texture. You want one? Pretty sure. Are you ready? So good. Okay. I don't know why I'm eating in front of everyone, but I can't. It smells. I can't contain myself. It's perfect. It's really, really, really good.
Paper towel.
Yeah, I'm a mess. But it's delicious. Again, once you refrigerate it, it'll be a little harder. It'll hold itself nicer when you cut it. But remember when you're folding to go really slowly because you want that fluff. You want to keep this fluff. I love it, again, because it's not very sweet. It's very simple to make. And it's just always a success. Okay. We're just missing the spinach quiche. It needs a little longer. But, so you see, cooking should not be hard. I feel like with every recipe, if you organize yourself, we did that in less than an hour. You could really get it done. There's no need to stress. If you guys ever need recipes, ideas, help with your menus, you could DM me on my Instagram. You could text me, you could call me. I love helping people with food organization because I find it so simple and I think it should really be simple for everybody. So as I eat this. Good. Okay. Excuse me for a few seconds. I'm gonna clean up. Hopefully the spinach quiche will be ready very soon. I'm back. Had to clean up a little bit. Answer my sister's text message. Clean all this food now. Beat up, make it yourself, and stop being lazy. And I'll bring some fish over. Do you want it now or for tomorrow? I'm gonna place everything that we made here. Again, this was less than an hour. Look how easy this was. We have our focaccia, cheesecake, I'll bring the fish. Just waiting for that spinach quiche. If you like it, a little bit more brown. I'm gonna leave it in, but I'm gonna just show you guys. Kind of like bounces back like a cake. You just stick the knife in the middle. Once it's ready. Always a success. These are very easy recipes you can make at home. You can make for the Chag, for you can make it for Chag, for Shabbat, for dinner, anything. Have a success. Very simple for kids, very easy. Make sandwiches. You can make a beautiful design on top with different vegetables. You can make a pizza out of it. Anything you want. Super simple and easy. I really hope you guys make this at home. Don't forget to send me the pictures. Again, on Instagram at Shena Sweet Spice, or you can text me 305-205-5838. And again, if you ever need help with any sort of recipe, menus, whatever, I'm always around and happy to help. So enjoy. Chag Sameach, everybody, or you should have an easy and meaningful fast tomorrow. Chatima Tova, and only good should come this year. It should be a much better year than the last one. Bye, Shabbat Tov.